Hang on.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Britt. Yeah, how are you doing?
Oh my, I can't even explain. I am so angry. I'm fucking hurt. I'm like, but the fucked up thing is, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep this life friendly. I'm like relieved that I'm leaving that place. Like I've tried leaving for weeks. I tried calling people out. They don't like that I keep it real. And then they sit there and break people that are broken as part of a test. And I'm like, I came here to fix what's breaking. Why are you guys breaking me? And then when people, Jack, brought in or snuck in subs and relapse, which made another person relapse, but that was okay. They just get words. Then Allie and Keaton, they're hooking up and stuff, and then they talk about hires where they had to write 50K words for hooking up, and they're like, oh, we're all human, you know it happens, but you gotta learn the lesson. Then Allie, when she gets caught up, she's trying to have a baby with some guy, and then so then me and Nick, when we were at the grocery store, Allie, Keaton went to the bathroom, and then me and Nick went to the bathroom. Like I kept fighting with everyone, and I in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm not relapsing at least, and I'm thinking like, if I get caught, I'm just writing words. Then they call me down. Allie confesses when I didn't snitch on her at all. I'm the only one that kept her secret because she's a mom. And so when I clocked in, was like, did you think of your kids, my kids, when you did this? Because if Suboxone is allowed in there, and
hey,
other
Britt,
hooking up and admitting, and all they're writing words, yeah.
just use just a different word for that stuff, okay?
Sorry. Oh yeah,
It's
MAT.
okay.
Okay, sorry.
No big deal.
No, and then but then I'm literally, and then Madison was like, are you willing to write the 50K words to stay here? Pat was like, nah, like he's like, we're just making this an all men sober living. And I was like, you're kicking out the females when the guy would have to get H to even have that happen. I said, oh no, don't worry, you'll get your views. And what they did was made me leave. I even have video where Madison's like, oh, we'll get you a hotel. They even said the price. They knew I didn't have money. Then they made me leave before Nick got there, so Nick wouldn't leave with me. Pat is like degrading me, telling me, you're the problem. You know how wrong this is. I said, yeah, I came here to get help. What do you mean I didn't come here because I'm perfect? And then it's because I keep calling out that all of them are doing stuff that I said, this ain't even close to recovery. And they're like, oh, it's behavior and structure. I'm like, structure? Like, they don't even know the beginning of structure. And then they don't like that. They're like, oh, you've been institutionalized. Like, oh, you're from this streets and stuff. Like, okay. And you're like, and because I won't go on live and go, hey guys, today's a great day. Oh my God, that's not recovery. Recovery is breaking. So you know how to not go to coping and like my trauma and all this stuff. And then the guys that are the service dog got mad because I kept rejecting him, and then all of a sudden within 2 days I had 10K worth of strikes because one day he kept talking his crap. So then I called him a PUS blah blah blah, and then because he kept claiming he was street and all this stuff, and I was like, why are you guys glorifying the street life? Like that they don't even understand. And then they try to play the street life in there, which is like, it's like everyone is like, oh, if I get dirt on you, you can't tell dirt on me. And then literally their problem is they want to kick the women out, but they're keeping Nick because Pat's dream is to have a reality show. They don't care about recovery or healing. It's like, how am I learning a lesson when I haven't even learned to like myself? How am I learning anything besides when I came in, I was stronger than I'm leaving, and that's sad. And it has nothing to do with Nick. I'm not even gonna say he's a bad guy, but he is so manipulated, and since they don't heal you when you're a people pleaser and all this stuff, and the validation from Pat and stuff is like it's sick and manipulated. And it's like the fact that the guys are all there, but the only 2 girls left got kicked out, and Madison was willing to let me stay and write 50K, and I was going to eat it. And then Sarah didn't like it because she doesn't like that the attention's not on her because she's already cleaned the entire front, graduation to bottom top, and she doesn't like. And then they sent me to the hotel, walk in, and Sarah's recording me. She's like, I'm scared right now. Like, they're crazy. They are so like embarrassing to not only recovery but to broken people that I went in there thinking, oh, I'm strong in my recovery, nothing will knock me off. That is like, I can't even explain. I said it's another TRAP house, and if it's like since a kid I always find myself in one, whether it's there, it's a trap. And I said there's no way, like, and writing words when I'm stuck in my head, like, how is that helping me? All because I lashed at people, and then they're saying my anger is a problem. Like, well, obviously, but anger is a secondary emotion there, as long as they can pull out that phone and get those views and smile. Like, what is funny about recovery? What is the same city that took my soul in the first place? And I was gonna vouch for them. I even was crying, and it's like, and then for Pat, you know what? Like, he's just like, and all this stuff, but to yell, like, when it was never on me, I don't chase guys. That's not my thing. But it's like, then Nick is telling me, oh, we will blow up on TikTok. We can, I want to have a baby with you and trap you, all this stuff, to where I'm not, I told them with a man, and I didn't want to leave with them. But the fact that today, when I go to the fridge, he goes, promise me you won't leave. We're in this together. You're going to be my wife. All this. As soon as Pat pets him on the back, then he's like, I'm going to be a good boy. And he goes, you know, you need to love yourself. Like, I do love myself because I'm not crashing. If I was the type of people they are, I could dox people. The only people I'm going to talk on are the people they're not recovery, because people are going to watch those lives and either not go to treatment things. Like, how am I supposed to be? And they're letting people get AIDS by the hour. Like, and then you can write the words, but I get kicked out in the streets, and you keep the guy that did that. I've never heard of a program. Then girls can wear something, but when I wear it, I have to cover up. It's just a humiliating. Like they forget that they were once desperate, and they were once wanting help, and it's like, and then like, I'll be fine, and whether or not what happens to me, it ain't on them. I told them, even when they're Sarah's trying to bring up personal stuff while I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, so I don't care. I know where she works. I told her, like, she's in my county. I don't understand. And then to make me sign an NDA, like, I never said I couldn't speak my truth. And what are they so worried about if they don't want NDAs? They don't want Jack try to take advantage of me, which was but literally he's faking cancer, all this stuff, and they are such toxic behavior. And I told them, I'm sick. Like, I'm sick, and it's tiring. And they ruined me. They send me way back to where I came from. And they're like, you should look at the little girl that keeps asking, like, for a home, or do is send me back to the place where I have to fit in, and get in. Like, they don't even understand. And I will never, even Madison, like, to sit there and send me to a hotel in a city with $10, not knowing anything, and then to act like you booked the hotel to get me out so Nick doesn't leave with me, and then act like I don't know the code and won't come right back, and then Sarah pops out her phone on me. I'm keeping it real. I don't want clout. They asked me to be on the live and all too. Like, I'm not gonna smile and say tap the screen, guys. Like, money isn't worth any addict's life. Like, if anything, I'd rather, like, lose my life. Every addict, like, I don't understand why they're just preaching these steps and stuff. Whatever works for you. Everyone's trauma is different from the church and stuff. So it's like, they don't like, especially the ones with the something when I'm younger. And they'd be like, well, maybe you don't, because, like, you know, they keep, like, shaming me into got me this far. And I'm not saying know everything, but I didn't cut like the step in the door. But then the words, any type of peace, and not even understanding mental health and trauma, and like, it's cool. Graduates can that's cool. And even tell us yesterday, we're all human. Like, okay, so a guy knows, and like, they don't understand. Yeah, I'm not seeking validation.
I think it might be your internet.
Are you still there, Britt?
Oh wait, can you hear me now? No, hear me now? No. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't seek validation, but I am. But these promises as if he's not one of those guys that no matter, and then he's telling me, you could make so much, you're so much better than my ex, me and you would make so much, we can stay sober, and we'll keep each other sober, and do the P word, and all this stuff, and like, because this is why I don't go to treatment. I'd rather and be called a JUNK than to ever a bunch of sick people telling me how I'm sick, and that to do better when they I'm sick, and that to do better when they can't even lead by example. So show me how. Like, you're triggering me to think like something. Of course, came in here because I'm like presidential person. Keep it real. Ask anybody. Ask Anthony, Josh, all of them. They have sat there and speak the truth because they, as long as you corners and keep the secrets, you get a pat on the back. You get a little gold star. Probably my friend. But I tried telling him. I said, when are we going to get to recovery related? All the AA meetings, you might as well just go on a dating website, because that's all they go. They want the 13th step. They don't care for the message. They want to go hug the guys, even if they have girlfriends. I was like, that's not how I roll. Miss Sarah smiling like for first time out in the house because she didn't step up to me once. I made her cry day 3. Like, it's because having more potential than you can. I don't care. And if I'd rather be with every addict who just want views, because if views and likes are worth that even one addict's life, which even when they're laughing relapses and stuff, I said, what you're laughing about, some of us out there, our families, is funny. What is funny? And they don't like that, how blunt and real. I don't like that. And then they try to say my anger is a problem, but relapsing and stuff isn't. But that's insane. Like, my anger is how I have to protect myself because they don't listen to my words. I don't cry in front of people, and they don't even understand. They're people trying to tell me what to do or about my life. They don't even know my life. I'm more mad. People gonna threaten to expose Grace. And like, integrity and grace, you wouldn't have anything to worry about if there wasn't something going wrong. And they don't like that. I don't want their views. I don't want clout. I don't want to be famous, because the reality of what comes with fame, more temptation, more things that break you, fix me before I ever get handed all that. And that's the difference between me and them. I don't care. I'm not impressed by any of their account. I don't want that. And they don't. And then all of a sudden they're like, brutal Britt. And it's like, but I didn't. As soon as I did, me and Nick were at that. And the only difference is I TikTok, whether it's for Pat, whether hypercar, that's impressed me. What impresses me is that you can look at someone hope in them or something potential. I don't care about the rich. I don't want money, rich and the greedy and the creeps and all that. I want my soul back so I can help souls that lost theirs. And they don't like that. I have a purpose. It's the people watching online. I don't care about views. I'm caring about who's doing it. And they just sit there. I see it in their eyes and their smile while they're degrading and like, oh, good, it's getting juicy. Like, these are our lives and our trauma. Like, these are our lives and our trauma. You can't. We're smiling, but it says, come back in 2 weeks and write 50 F off 50 times and still not come back. I would rather lose my life than to ever put my life in the hands of people who never even realized they were kicking somebody out that was still sick. But hey, as long as Nick's there, that crashes out daily, has 50K words for as long as Pat comes in and goes, it's pathetic. And I'm so like, this messed me up because they have a bunch of sick people. And what do you think sick people do? They don't want to look at their sickness. And I know my potential, your problem's leaving with you. I said that. I'm the one that said everywhere I went, I still have that hurt inside. So my problem was never fixed. But also my potential, my drive, my motivation, all that goes with me too. And none of these people would even visit it. So why do I care about they think? I don't care. And I'm glad I stood up to them. I stood up to the tallest man. I stood up to the ones who claimed they were street and clocked it. Sarah went and called her out. She's like, oh, you want to sleep with Nick? But one person compared to your 6. I said you get clicked down to get through the program. One person, and nobody knew it until Allie snitched, sitting there trying to get pregnant with them. Like, I'm with Nick in the moment because and I chose that one. Like I thought, okay, and like if she's doing it, why can't I? Like if they're doing it, even the guys are doing stuff with the guys, and it's just like, oh my God, I was like, I literally kept crying and saying. Like I was like, not only have I been in like altercation, like everything, and then like toxic homes, and I said, how are you not understanding that structure is nothing? Structure. I can play the program, and that's what brings me peace. I said, you guys are reminding me of everything I came from, and it's bringing out the only way I know how to cope. Okay, Nick, I don't care. He'll be back on the algorithm, and they'll pet him on the back. For they'd be trying to save it, not get views off it. But me, disease, or I conquer it, and you all with me. At least I will not like sell out for my morals, my principles, and it ain't street code. It's legit who I am. The world broke me. I have heart, and I will never stand up in Aura Hills and act like I'm somebody not. I will go back to my city. I didn't sell out for views. I didn't stick in it going, oh look, they'll let me have my phone and they'll let me make TikToks. I don't need them for TikTok. They want to be on TikTok. I said, no, there's I'll get it right. I said I didn't come for clout, because trust me, if I wanted clout, that people have been begging me to do. But it's like at this point, if and then they probably are watching, and then they're all laughing because you know that's broken, and it's so funny to sit there like when you like it's just that like they have no heart or soul for addicts. It's like they're shaming me for the things. Nick can stay. Oh, I need the other one, the C charger. That's one. Oh, I got it right here. No, hold on, my phone. This one. Yeah, sorry, I'm in a lift. At least they paid for that. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm in a lift. At least they paid for that. Oh, and then I was gonna go to. I was like, oh, okay, bet you missed. Since that's all they care about. Like, please don't. Be like, oh, okay, but sending me back to. And that I came in desperate, and I was like, I didn't know how toxic this place was. I've been out of my like full of themselves, but they're the last people I was caring about when I was thinking about ending my life. And literally
Just be careful with that phrase about ending. Phrase about ending. It's just okay. Thank you.
But I used to do it because I just am tired. I feel like I'm running to people and places and things, and I meet the same thing And I've told them that, and I just like, I do good out here until I get around either the wrong people, and I don't want to be friends with these people because I'll start doing what they do because I'll start doing what they do because I don't. It's not validation, but I was to where I'm like, okay, if you're doing that type shit, I'll do it. Nick, he's a nice guy, like, but the mask that they put on for the live, like, okay, guys, and then it's just like, show the side of addiction, show people that it's okay to be that way, so they don't feel that shame. And then like the whole Jack thing, like, and then I'm there, and I'm cold turkeying off everything. I didn't even get to go to detox, and I still stayed through that. To put me, like, it's just like they're not even correcting any of these someone else to go cope that way. Me to never go to someone to even fix a problem, because literally every one thing I'll tell you is whether you are the sickest or the same, and the girls don't like that I came in and that like the guys flocked me. The guys didn't like that I didn't want the attention and I didn't need it. I didn't come for that. And it's like to sit there and act like that, like that's the grimy, because it takes two to tango. And you know, just because they knew the truth that I was gonna, Madison was like, I feel bad. I was crying to her, and I don't even cry. And literally I'm crying, and Sarah's like, no, I don't think that's fair. Because, and it's like, you know what? All right, bet. I told her, welcome to LA County. Like I don't care. And like literally they smuggled Sarah's cat, Carolina or South, wherever one of the I know that what, and they illegally smuggled it with a fake room to where I was having asthma attacks and had to get an inhaler. And then they brought her car in because she was stealing meds and didn't get in trouble for that. But literally I hook up not even in the house, and it took her up to even snitch. And it's like, come on, dude, connect the dots. How is that anything to heal me? And how is that up? That's why I came there, like, to like, hello. And then they're like, we would never kick you out. And then the second they tell, then like, and then my anger, of course I'm angry because I'm fighting for a life that they don't even care about. Like, it's sad. And it's sad that anybody that goes there, because everyone leaves at no grace. They feel like a waste, because literally if you don't have that view or anything, oh, they don't care. They don't even look at you like me, as if before him down pineapple, that's what he was. I remember, don't forget that his ego is so big, he for losers. Like, yeah, that motivates. Thank you. Now I feel bad. I don't care what crashing out every day, because I proudly at least going to sit there and get a pat and be like Nick, going, I'm the lives that were lost because of people like that. If TikTok doesn't like me, but right now I like me because for once I stood for something against the fame, against the promises, against like, oh yeah, let's go make videos, sell my soul. If anything, I want to win in my book.
So was there people at the house doing? Is that what you said?
No, Matt, like, and then the guy Allie was hooking up found some supposedly and took it. Like, and that right, 50K words, that was okay. You in a full blown relationship, she's trying to get pregnant off birth control stuff, and which is crazy. Like, as soon as I was like, I would never. I have a BD, and that traumatized me enough. I'm good, and that's why I told him. I said, when I leave same person, and I ain't even sad. Once you like, they ain't breaking nothing that I'm like. I'm not like Ben and all that. Like, okay, like my okay, like won't last as long as the short lasting in the grocery trip, and I don't care. Oh well, like
Hey, Britt.
yeah.
Hey, Britt. Safe right
I
now.
was gonna say, do you have somewhere safe?
All right, where are you? All right, don't tell me where you're going specifically. Like, I don't need specifics, but are you going to a place where you can regroup?
Yeah,
right now.
I'll be good. I just like
You're not alone, right?
no. I'm in the Uber or Madison. Oh, that's another. This is how insane they are about protecting their image and their golden goose. Nick, he's like, please don't dox me. Like, oh yeah, but don't worry, I at least stay and I'm homeless because you get to brag about going on and to get your cash apps and packages and his birthday on Wednesday, then all this stuff. But like, no, don't dox your work. No, don't worry, I ain't like that. Like, go, he can watch and but like that's not how I roll. But to sit there and be more worried about what I'm gonna say than what I'm gonna do out here is insane and a disgrace. If I insane.
Hey, Britt. Just to clarify, your guys are safe. Like, do you need additional like another sober living? Like another sober living is what I'm asking you. Like, are you looking for living right now? Or
I
are you
want to
just
find out if I can have my phone because what they like, I don't have an issue. I'm not like Nick with social media. I want to be able to like sober living. If I'm sober, I shouldn't. Someone would drink 20 a day and then go.
hear you?
What people do. Oh wait, can you hear me?
No, we can hear you, Simply.
Wait, can you hear me now? Oh no,
Okay.
but literally, like you know how they say like everyone. So literally, you can't drink Red Bulls, which is usually a detox info. They're like, maybe you knowing everything means no, you know nothing. I'm like, maybe okay. I don't want to be like any of them. I'm me, and right now, the fact that I'm so happy and I am going safe. I just need to because I've been in not only mental but in that house, like, and I'm proud of myself for the first time. I'm not sitting there like I feel stronger. I feel stronger. I feel free. Like being locked up. Like finally, like I've been waiting to. Every time I try to leave, they try to get me to stay. Oh, but once they find that out, that won't fix. Oh, that's insane. And those guys will be doing each other. I promise you that because they talk about D more than anything. They found the toys room. Like they are all weird, and it's too weird for me. And that won't fix hooking up. They're like, we don't need people getting pregnant. That could happen of any time. But and I have cry. I didn't know we were gonna get kicked out. Like yeah, and cool when you were doing it. Like care, and I will never be cool with Nick after this. I had so much hope into him because I saw like the potential he has. People like play that shit so good that they can't. They don't. He says the right things, but he can't even believe it himself. I used to be one, but if you can lie, cheat, relapse, and all that, then what's the problem? And if graduates have talked about how up and had to write those words and just eat the words, but Miss Sarah, that like, if she thinks she's a criminal, she's the one that voted because of something. So my one time doing her countless because like she didn't want to be on live anymore. I'm sitting there going to bed. And she's playing because I walked out in the garage and they're like, hey, and like twerking, and I'm like, for recovery. I said, I tried to explain to them. They don't like that the recovery community supports me. I said, the recovery community, you got to remember, we're all that's a manipulate. And I said, they will see right through it. And the fact that you're like, hey, and fun instead of walking out and be like, ugh, like something real. I said that's why they don't respect you guys. And then she's playing the clips. So she's like, they're clipping me. I'm like, okay, well maybe like yourself or be someone more internet because the internet, one thing I know and I like is that whether it's good, bad, whatever, like you guys can see things in my eyes that my own people can't. But it's like I don't regret it and I'm glad me get kicked out. Keep doing stuff. I want to get kicked out. Someone comes down and I say, give me my phone. And then suddenly, because Miss Sarah saw, I was like, okay, bet Sarah. Like I will say her name. I have to let her remind her who I made her cry. Day 3 because she told a newcomer, stop smacking your gum. That's my pictures where that's the most vulnerable time for them to pick a reason to leave, because you could sneeze wrong, cover out, have been like, oh, gotta go like this. And I was like, you don't treat a newcomer as a back over a 2-week relapse. Like 2 weeks I've had, but anyways, like she wanted to be there. Some people go to treatment because they're home, like the like reality show vibe, and the boys because all of them want to hook up. They want because right now I want meat. I don't want a man, and they don't like that. They threaten. They don't like my potential. Even when Nick, dangerous woman, as soon as they did that and they found my account, I was completely targeted, and then I had like almost 15K words of like what, and literally for yelling at someone who he wouldn't like. I stopped trying to shoot your shot with no hooping like sight. I wouldn't do that if it meant I would never use again, and they don't like that. And then all of a sudden now everything I'm getting struck for, and I have 3 chores, and it's go ahead and play the program, but you're really just playing yourself. And all those people that walk in, their presence is something worth all right through it, and they didn't like that, so they pushed me back out to the same streets I came, which is fine. They don't know nothing about whether any of them to even shed a tear if something ever happens to me. I want it because sober living is supposed to be where you're sober, you're trying to work, but then to say that, oh, I get a scholarship there, but then as soon as I work, well, how do I even afford to get myself stuff? It's crazy.
Hey,
I
Britt,
said
Britt, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I just want to get some clarity. So you want another thing at this point. You need to have access to. Okay.
Me to another place, and they put it under a resident's name that I didn't know. And I said, no. I said, because if he leaves, then how do I get in my step? And I said, no, we're going to do it right. Then I went to the house. They didn't send me to urgent care or anything. And I was coming off, wait, let me think. Like 6 different things. And like, well, one of them was a psych med, but like 6 different things. And you're just letting me cold turkey and is still expecting me to, and then striking me for not making my bed. Like, you're lucky I didn't just leave, like, let alone make my bed. But Miss Sarah, one, and you're, and this being where they smoke inside, and I can't breathe because of her cat. And then she comes up shaking and crying. She's like, you have a problem with my cat? Like, I just didn't like her. I said, and then when she was leaving, I said, I just want to let you know we're not friends. I'm not fake. I don't like you. And then that's, I guess, being real and an honest program with integrity and grace is a problem. And then when she's like, oh, so if I told you I smacked my gum, what would you do? I said, I'd smack harder. Like, and then she cries. And I'm like, why are you crying with a newcomer? And it's like, if being real is a problem, then I'm glad to be a problem.
Hey,
But
Britt,
I'll go
residents in there or just like staff?
Both. I said that if you threw a bowling ball and every pin it hit, that's Sarah. That's Sarah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, sorry, Britt. You said earlier about getting off your psych meds. Did they require you to
You're
get off your
scaring
psych
me.
meds? Or
it took them 5 days for them to even get my psych meds. They were giving me Benadryl and melatonin to calm me down. Like that's not a psych med. And then they're like,
I'm sorry you went through that.
You're cutting out, Britt.
no, there's no HIPAA here, and I'm like, no, even when I said,
Oh, Britt, you're cutting out.
I was like, you quiet. You hear me now?
Not really on my end.
Oh, it's cut out, Britt. I think it's probably just because you're moving.
Oh wait.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm almost to the place where I'm at where I can call you, but no, literally, Allie was like, Pat gave me a sports bra that was Veronica's brand, and he said, wear it. He was saying to wear his merch. Well, then I wear it, and then Allie's like, you can't wear that. And that makes a thumbs up as an approval. And then then I'm washing the dishes, and Sarah comes in 10 seconds in the house. She's like, hey, you need it.
what?
And then she's like, I was like, I don't give a F. And then she's like, well, that's clear. I'm like, well, finally you get it. I said, it ain't personal. Just stay out of my personal space. I said, right now I am detoxing. I'm off my mental health meds. And I said, I'm setting a boundary. Stay out of my face and stop slamming me with stuff before I'm even mentally aware to even, and they poke. And then they're literally saying, well, yeah, like even staff was like, yeah, Sarah's, they're just poking you and trying to get a reaction. That way the thing's not on them. And I said, and that's okay. My first weekend, you're letting them do that to a newcomer that usually would go running out those doors. And I said, that's embarrassing that you would let someone break someone that's breaking. Like breaking someone that's already broken is a sport there. Then go ahead and win that sport. But I'm out. Like, I don't want to be a part of that team.
Hey, Britt, I have a question. So you're coming off psych meds and 5 other substances, and just call them that. And then they wanted to get you to a place for treatment. Can you just tell me a little bit about like what they asked you specifically to put on those forms?
Well, I know in the what I signed or what, because I did sign an NDA, which I don't know what that meant, because everyone, like, I don't care. I never said I can't speak on myself.
No, when you went through that treatment center.
The Tardana treatment center?
Yeah. Place.
Oh, because when I went there, they're like, my throat was infected, and they're like, oh, you can't vape here. And I said, I won't stay here then. I said, that's the only thing I have. I said, I don't care. I said, I'm a FEE, and I like, or whatever. I don't care. I was like, I'm not smoking the other stuff. Like, and then as the lady, and then she tells me, oh, we need access to your thing, but we don't have your phone, because they didn't send me with my phone or ID. I said, you're going to put me in a town without my phone or ID? You're crazy. I said, take me back. And then they were acting, and then while I'm on the phone, Nick's on the phone with Madison and not thinking I'm there, and she's like, sorry, dude, I didn't know she'd be so mental. And I was like, are you kidding me? I said, mental, yeah, thank you, that's cute. I love that. That's so motivating, and it's just from the get-go. And then Josh left, Anthony left, all these people, and the only ones that want to stay are the ones that have nowhere to go and they just want a free ride. The only ones that I will never speak back,
They're not
people that kept me there this long. Oh wait, besides Jose and Zach, those are the only two with actual respect, integrity, they're the only people I'll never badmouth, and they're the only reason why I stay there. And Zach and Jose are too good for that program, above Pat and all them. But views and all that is what matters. But
I get.
No,
did Graceland? Did people from Graceland take you to the detox?
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yeah, Josh and Nick did, but then they drove me back.
But what did they ask you to put on the form? You had mentioned they told you to put a Josh on the form or something like that?
Yeah, they told me to put his email and number to send the code so they can get into my account. And I said, you're not getting into my account on a government thing and all that, and lying. I said, no. I said, And I even...
Wait, can you talk a little bit about, what do you mean when they said what would they be lying about?
Well, because it would be under Josh's name, but I was like, if you guys leave and I'm left, I said I can't get into my Medi-Cal or EBT, and then like it's just all bad. Like I can't even explain. But I just got where I'm at. Give me a second, and once I'm in there, I'll go live again.
Just take your time.
All right, but no, when I get in there, I'll write on the thing, but. You guys can do it, whatever, and I'll talk to you guys. But I just got to bring up all my stuff because they sent me out in trash bags and shit.
Calm down.
We'll be here. Just take your time. We're here when you hold in there.
Yeah, do what you need to do. Focus on that, Britt.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
All right.
Yeah, Britt.
All right, thank you.
I'm seeing you.
Tiny.
I love you.
Love you too.
Are you okay?
I'm at work. I guess. It's whatever. I'm not surprised. It's just don't tell me, don't fuck anybody, and then you know what I'm saying? But it's fine, because he's not the only one, so he can play that game.
Well, hopefully it's not a game. I think he didn't. Well, he just didn't say that it's true. He still has not said it's true.
He
We're
did
texting
it,
like
Jessica.
right now.
He did it. He's disgusting. He did it.
Oh God, I
Me and
hope
him
not.
got into a fight. He threatened to block me if I didn't pay his phone bill. I didn't pay it. He blocked me. We haven't talked in days. He did it. I'm not stupid. I know he's using me. He always has. But that's okay. He just finalized anything with me. I'm done being an idiot, you know? He's a bitch.
Well, I was praying. I pray to God it's not
Because you
true.
couldn't even tell me. Well, it is true. I'm not dumb. And he's a bitch for not being honest. And then letting that girl get kicked out and stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I know who he is. That's why I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, to be honest. It's just disgusting when you tell me don't do this, don't do that. All these empty promises, and I don't know. I don't really know what to think.
Me neither. Just like I've been hearing about
I'm ready
it.
to walk the fuck out of my job right now. I can't even focus. But yeah, I gotta go. Just tell him he's a fucking disgusting piece of shit. I love you.
I love you. I pray to God this is not a fucking skit, you guys. Please, God, do not let this be a skit. This is scummy if this is a skit. This is true.
Tiny.
Okay, so today was like a really, really rough day at Graceland. But what? Turned out okay? Yeah. We had to kick 2 people out. We never kick people out.
Yeah, we had to make it an all men's house because some inappropriate things were going on. And so we only had 2 females and we kicked them out. We're getting the males to bond, and things have to get dicey and messy so that.
Wait, what about the fucking big ass master bedroom? It's gonna be empty.
It's gonna be empty right now for a little bit. We'll see. Wait, you already ordered?
What about Nick? How's Nick?
He's good. At first, he almost wanted to leave with the girl, and then when he saw what was going on and how crazy she was, he didn't. I get this.
wow.
Listen, I get this girl in Uber. And I'm driving home, and I see that she's going to LA Fitness. Nick texts me. He's like, she's coming to my job. I'm freaking out. And I fucking tail the Uber. The Uber pulls over. I get out of my car. I'm like, this is my fucking Uber. I was like, you did. I show him the Uber. I was like, you don't take her anywhere but the location I gave you.
What?
I said, I'll tip you $50 $200, you don't make any stops.
She tried to fucking roll up on Nick.
She pulled up like a cop. Like she pulled up in front of the Uber and jumped out and was like, "Hold my dog." She ran up to the car.
Crazy. Look, good news is I'm proud of Nick for staying.
No, me too.
I really
am. I came over to your house was to be like, yo, Nick stayed. People are growing. Come have dinner with us.
You didn't want to come to dinner?
What?
He didn't want to come to dinner?
He's working, dog.
Well, how do you think our relationship is, me and Nick?
Oh, absolutely enabling. Absolutely.
Just a little bit, bro. It's hard for me to come down on him because I'm just kind of an enabler a little bit.
You are him. Like you guys are like so similar, it's insane.
I told him, he said I'm staying. I said we were meant to be together.
Tiny.
He gave me 3 minutes without confirmation. If you think I'm gonna be fucking stuck in the city, and if you guys think recovery, do you give a
No,
fuck
I
about
told you
life
I'd
or
Uber
abuse?
you wherever you want.
And I didn't even get to choose. Why would I choose a hotel that?
Okay, so you could sit there and tell me where you want to go, and I was gonna Uber
And
you.
I said I need to.
How'd you
figure
get
it
here
out.
without Ubering?
I got the Uber back, and I know the code. I'm not playing around.
So where do you want to go, and I'll Uber you?
No, it ain't about the Uber. I ain't going to a fucking place to get high. I ain't getting high. This ain't about high.
Okay, so you're not staying here.
I'm
I'm not
not.
buying a room. So I will take you wherever you want to go. I don't give a fuck if it's a $200 Uber. I'll Uber you. So where do you want to
to a
go?
place to get high. That's what this is
I don't know
about.
where you want me to take
If you're
you.
recording me, I'm gonna tell you right now, you won't like what I put online.
That's,
We're
Post
not
whatever
scared.
you want
We're not putting
online.
your phone down.
Brittany, where do you want to go? I'll Uber you. I'm not buying a hotel room.
Okay, so then you're just gonna send me to a drug house. That's what you
No,
guys are
hey,
about?
where can you go? Where do you
Oh,
want
but
to go?
everyone will write the words, right? Touch it. As long as you get your views.
All right, so it's either you tell me where you want to go, or I'm gonna call the cops.
Then
Which
send
one?
me to Palmdale and I will do it
Okay,
myself.
great. That we can do that. So where? Give me an address.
38121 21st Street East.
Hold on.
Put your phone down, Sarah.
No, because you're scaring me, so I'm gonna hold my
You're
phone.
scared? Okay.
Yep.
Type shit. Welcome to
Type
my
shit.
What's the address?
38121.
Can I say it without it being on camera? I'm not kidding.
Put your camera down.
Tiny.
I'm not sure if you know this, but no other house does what Graceland does. It's too hard.
I came back because I needed a community and a family that keeps
Right.
growing.
Right. But what is different about this house?
I mean, in a lot of other places, they beat around the bush and they're afraid to talk about certain subjects. And here, we put it all out in the open. We hold each other accountable, and it's real.
And you've been to a few places.
I've been to 7.
7. And Sarah came back to our house after leaving in a rageful fit. Or maybe not. It wasn't a rageful fit, was it?
When I left,
But why'd you come back?
I came back because I know where my people are, and I needed people who were gonna call me on my bullshit because I'm wild.
Yeah, and obviously, I know you guys hate her, but you can't live without her. What about you? What about you? You've been to how many places?
A lot.
How many?
Like over 10, and like trying,
And how many of them were like Graceland?
none.
Right. Why?
None. I think because it's a character building community and it's a long-term community.
And the structure's damn hard to uphold. It takes all of us to do it.
It's hard to uphold, but if you're institutionalized like me, you can catch on quick. What I needed was a home. I never had a home and a group of people that I felt like were family.
Yeah.
And once I came to Graceland, I knew I was home. And like I was willing to do whatever it took. I was also on death's doorstep, but
Above all else, the community wins every time, but the structure is what we need. And it's just too hard for other sober livings to do it. I'm not sure if you know this, but
Tiny.